couple more for I'm just doing my vax. Okay. Okay, so we've got Miriam Adib. She's come into hospital post-trauma from MVA. Alright, no worries. Okay. G'day Miriam.
Hi, how you going?
Good, thank you. How are you, besides the ribs?
Oh yeah, a bit sore.
Yeah, I can tell. Okay, no worries. My name's Lachlan. I'm the student nurse here at Campbelltown CPU Hospital. I'm just going to be helping you out today. Because of your pain, I was going to give you some morphine. But before I get that, may I just check your patient details?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so let's pop around the outside of the bed. Okay, may I please say your name for me?
Miriam Adib,
Yeah, Miriam Adib, that's right. And your date of birth, Miriam?
7169.
7169, yep, and your MRN here is 174963, 174963. Do you have any allergies?
No, I don't.
Alright, no worries. Okay, so we're just going to give you some morphine, as I said before. But just before I do that, I just want to ask how much pain you're in. So if 1 being not too much pain and 10 being unbearable pain, where would you rate yourself?
About an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Alright, so we're definitely going to try and get on top of that. So just while I do that, I'm just going to assess your cannula site. So I'm just going to put my notes down, sorry. Okay, so I can't see any redness or swelling. There's no heat coming from it. Is it painful to touch?
No.
Yeah, and when was this put in?
Today.
Okay, no worries. So they'll deem this patent. Alright, no worries. Okay, so I'll be back in just a second. I'm just going to... Yeah, I'll just be back in a second, and I'll be back.
We have you?
Yep. Okay, sorry. So this is where I would do my vital signs on my patient, and I'd record it in the SAGO, but we won't be doing that today. Okay. I'm just going to wash my hands. Sister, do you mind if you just come here and we're going to validate the medication order together?
Yep.
Okay, so here we've got the medication. So here we've got Miriam Adib. I've checked her out. All the details are correct. Her MRN's correct. Her date of birth. Just know if there's any allergies. The doctor's charted here morphine, 50 milligrams in 50 mils. Signed and printed his name. The date is the 18th of the 3rd, 2017, which is correct. So here's the actual prescription. So concentration 1 milligram per mil. The dosage is 1 milligram. Lockout interval is 5 minutes. Basal infusion we're not doing. Hourly dosage limit is 12 milligrams. And the doctor has his initials, and we're given this via the IV route. So the doctor's also charged an antiemetic, which is metoclopramide, 10 milligrams IV, into a TDS. He's signed and printed his name. That's dated as well, and naloxone in case of respiratory depression. Naloxone, going to give that every 2-3 minutes, 0.2 milligrams IV. Doctor's also signed and printed his name, and it has not been given yet. Do you agree with this medication order? Alright, thanks for that. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. I'm also just going to check up in NIMS about the medication. Look, I've already checked it up in MIMS, but so the possible adverse reactions to this drug is hypersensitivity, GI upset, respiratory depression, and dizziness. Contraindications if someone has some form of respiratory. Also obviously, what do you call it? Nausea for being sick would be another symptom of the drug. Anyway, as I was saying, contraindications if someone has respiratory problem, like I said, just COPD or asthma. So the medication dosage is varied, but today we are giving, the average dosage is varied, but today we're giving 12 milligrams per hour. Yeah, and that's it. I'm just going to go grab my equipment and I'll be back. Okay. Okay, just wash my hands. I've gathered my equipment. I'm just going to go over to the med cupboard and do my calculation and get the drugs. Thank you. Okay, so we've got the patient here. We're just going to work out her drugs now. Okay, so here we've got we need 50 milligrams morphine. So that's the strength required. The stopping strength is 10 in 2. We'll double check that though. Yep, it is 10 in 2. Okay, so the stocking strength is 10 and stock strength requires that. The volume is 2 mil. So we're going to do 50 divided by 10 times 2 equals, we require 10 ml of the drug, and that comes in 2, so we're going to divide that by 2. So divide by 2 equals 5, which equals, we need the 5 vials. Close enough. Okay, 5 vials, okay, which equals 10 mils, and the doctor wants a total of 50 mils. So 50 mils, so 50 take away 10 equals 40. So we're going to need 40 diluted. Okay, so now I'm going to do my actual drug check with the in the cupboard. Yep, okay, so there should be 39 of the medication. So 8, 3, 17. The time now, it's coming up on it's 11:40. We've got Miriam Adib, and it should be, so we're giving 50 milligrams. It should be 39. Okay. So here we've got morphine sulfate, 10 milligrams in 2, expiry 10/20. Morphine sulfate, 10 in 2, expiry 10/20. Morphine sulfate, 10 in 2, expiry 10/20. Morphine sulfate, 10 in 2, expiry 10/20. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 39. Yep. Okay, and we're going to be taking 5. Yep. So we're taking 5. So we'll just double check. So what we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So 34. That's right. Oops. Alright. I just locked the cupboard. 34. The prescriber here is L Hunt, and that's my name. And can you please sign there for me, sister? Okay, no worries. Well, I got you here. Do you mind if we just do our first drug check?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to do my first drug check now. Okay, so here we've got Miriam Adib. I've checked out her details. She is who she says she is. Yep, and she's got it for her broken ribs. So the doctor's prescribed 50 milligrams of morphine in 50 mils. Here's the actual prescription. So it's 1 milligram per mil. The PCA dose is 1 milligram. Lockout interval 5 minutes. Hourly dose limit is 12 milligrams. Doctor signed his name there. Here's added on. We've got metoclopramide for nausea. TDS 10 milligrams IV. We're also giving the medication via the IV route for the morphine. 10 milligrams IV. This is the antiemetic, and doctor signed pretty name. We've also got an naloxone for respiratory depression. Interval 2 to 3 minutes. We're going to give this via IV as well, 0.2 milligrams. Doctor signed and printed his name. Here we have the actual medication itself. This is the 10 mils of morphine. We've got morphine sulfate 10 in 2, 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 morphine sulfate 10 in 2. Expires 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20. So they're all within date. Here we've got the diluent, which is the sodium chloride, 0.9 sodium chloride. Expires September 18. Sodium chloride, sodium chloride, sodium chloride. September 18, September 18, September 18, September 18, and it has not been given yet. Do you agree with this order?
Yes.
Sorry, my first drug check, sorry?
Yes.
Yeah, alright, thank you for that. I'm just going to go back to my patient now. Yep. Okay, now I'm just going to drop my medication. So I'll put my morphine there. I'll put my sodium chloride. So this needle is within date. Syringe, sorry. Yep. Okay. So I'm just going to drop my sodium chloride. So we're just going to drop the morphine. Okay, so I'm disposing my shot. Put my cover on. Yeah, okay. Whoop. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to get my second nurse to do my second drug check with me, if you don't mind. Okay. Okay, so here we've got Miriam Adib. I've checked out her details. She's who she is. MRM matches out and the date of birth. She's got no known allergies. Doctors prescribe morphine 50 milligrams per 50 ml via the IV route. A Cyanoprenine's name is within date. Here's the actual prescription. Concentration 1 milligram per ml. Dosage PCA is 1 milligram. Lockout intervals 5 minutes. No basal. Hourly dosage limit is 12 milligrams. Doctor's printed his name there. Metoclopramide TDS is an anti-emetic we're prescribed in case of nausea, 10 milligrams by IV. Dr. Simon printed his names within date. Naloxone in case of respiratory depression. Naloxone, 0.2 milligrams every 2 to 3 minutes by IV. Dr. Simon printed his name. And that's within date. Here I've got the medication itself drawn up into 50 milligrams as the doctor described and has not been given yet. Here's the actual medications. So we've got morphine sulfate. Morphine sulfate, morphine sulfate, morphine sulfate, morphine sulfate, morphine sulfate, 10 milligrams in 2, 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 and they expire 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20. They're all within date. Sodium chloride, 0.9%, sodium chloride, 0.9%, sodium chloride, September 18, it expires, September 18, September 18, September 18. Do you agree with this?
Yes, I do.
Right, no worries. So now I'm just going to do the additive label. If I can find my pen. So the patient is Miriam Adib, and her ID is 174963. Her date of birth is the 7th. Oops, the 7th of the 1st. Not sorry.
Would you like another label, sister?
That would be nice. Thank you. Sorry. I'll be. My handy helper is going to get me another one.
Do you need to pause?
No, that's fine. You can stand here and wait with me. Okay, here's the second label. Second time's the charm. So we've got our patient Miriam Adib. Okay, her ID is 174963, and her date of birth is the 7th of the 1st, 69. The medication is morphine. 50 units by 50 ml, which equals 1 milligram per mil. Yep.
Yeah.
The diluent is normal saline, 0.9%. The date today is the 18th of the 3rd, 17, and the time is now coming up on 10 to 12, so 11:50 hours, and it's been prepared by me, and I'll get my sister to co-sign that with me. Okay, no worries. Now I'm just going to put this onto the syringe, being sure not to cover up the labels. So yeah, that's that. Yep. Okay, no worries, that's done. Right, now I'm going to wash my hands. And I'm going to prime the line. This line is within date 2019. Yep. So I'm dispose of my shot. Yep, okay, excellent. Okay, can you just check there's no bubbles in this?
No.
Okay, excellent, no worries. I'm just going to put it into the machine. Okay. Oops. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to go through my second patient check. Alright, Miriam, I'm back. Sorry about that. We're nearly ready for your morphine now. So I'm just going to double check you're still who you say you are. I please grab your name.
Miriam Adib,
Yep, your date of birth, Miriam.
7169.
Yep, Miriam Adib, 7169, and your MRN is 174963. No worries, and you still are not allergic to anything.
No.
No worries, that's great. Alright, just 5 seconds. I'm just going to go chat with my nurse, and I'll be back in about 15 minutes. Alright, thanks. Okay, so I'm just going to get ready for my third drug check now. Okay, so we have patient Miriam Adib. I just checked the details are all correct for date of birth and MRN. Yep, and we're just going to do a drug check now. So we've got here, she's been charted for morphine sulfate, 50 milligrams in 50 mils. Doctor signed and printed his name. The date is the 18th of the 3rd, 17th, so still with your name. He's got his page number there. Here's the actual prescription. The concentration is 1 milligram per mil. The dose is 1 milligram. Lockout interval is 5 minutes. The basal infusion is 0, and the hourly dosage limit is 12 milligrams. Doctor signed his name. He's also charted anti-medicated nausea, metoclopramide. The dose and route is 10 milligrams via IV TDS. Sorry, we're also giving the morphine via the IV route. Dr. Simon printed his name, that's within date. He's also got naloxone in case of respiratory depression, which is going to be given via the IV route, 0.2 milligrams every 2 to 3 minutes. Dr. Simon printed his name there. It has not been given yet. Here we've got the actual medications. We've got morphine sulfate, morphine sulfate, morphine sulfate, morphine sulfate, morphine sulfate. 10 in 2, 10 in 2, 10 in 2, 10 in 2, 10 in 2. Expires 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20. So we've got 5 of them. And sodium chloride, sodium chloride, sodium chloride, sodium chloride, sodium chloride. Expires September 18th, September 18th, September 18th, September 18th. These are diluted. Do you agree with this medication
Yes,
order?
I do.
Alright, and nurse, just to clarify that the medication order we just checked is in this syringe.
Okay, and adding the label. Yep, perfect.
Yep,
No
no
worries.
worries. Okay. I'm just going to clean my hands now. And I'm going to put in some gloves. Okay, here we go. Alright, I'm back, Miriam. I'm just going to be getting ready to put this into you. Alright, before I do that, I'm just going to wipe it. Okay, so in a hospital setting, I'll do this for 15 to 30 seconds, but I'll just do it for 10 just for now. So, scrub the hub. And now just going to keep it like so. Yep. And I would also tie this off to here. Okay, so now I'm going to go and do the machine. Okay, so I'm just going to take my gloves off and wash my hands again. Okay, alright, so here we've got the order. So, as we know, the prescription, so we just did our third drug check, so we all know what's going on here. So, we've got to edit this. Okay, whoops, go back. Here we go. Alright, so it's going to modify the, okay, so here we go. We've got the drug name morphine, that's correct. We've got the, yep, that's correct. PCA dose, that's correct. Block out until 5 minutes, that's correct. Max limit 12 milligram, that's also correct. Limit duration 1 hour. Okay, so this is actually already set up perfectly for us. So it's going to go okay with that. Just going to go here. Okay, go okay. Filling protocol. We're just going to check the syringe type. So this is a thermo syringe. So back thermo syringe. Okay, so I'm just going to, yep, just double check that. 1 milligram, 1 mil. Doctor saying, yep, that's all sorted. I'm just going to talk to my patient. Okay. Alright, Miriam, that medication is just about ready to be administered to you. Have you used a PCA before?
No, I haven't.
Alright, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on it. So this is your PCA button. So when it's green, it means that you can deliver yourself the medication. And then it'll flash when it's actually delivering it to you. And then once it's finished, it'll go black. Then it'll be black for 5 minutes. And then once it's green again, you can give the medication. Okay, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
No worries, I'm glad. Would you like me to do the first dose for you?
Yes, please.
Alright, so we're getting ready to that. We're going to start the PCA. Alright, so see it's green now. We're going to push the button. And now it's flashing, which means that it is giving you the medication. Okay, I'll take these keys. Alright, I'm just going to leave this in your hand. Do you have any questions at all?
No, I don't.
No worries. I'm going to come back in about 15 minutes to check up on you. If anything feels out of ordinary for you or anything, just don't hesitate to give me a buzz. The buzzer is also located next to your hand.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks for that. Okay, alright. So I've just finished up with the patient. I'm just going to finish my paperwork here. So we've done the medication, that's all good. So the date today is the 18th of the 3rd, 17. The time we gave it, so we just gave it just then, so it's on exactly midday, which is good. And I'm just going to sign my name. Will you sign there with me, nurse? Yep, no worries. Okay, excellent. Thanks for that. I'm just going to dispose of my equipment. In a hospital, these would be sharp, but they're just plastic, so we're just going to chuck them in the bin. But we'd normally chuck them in the yellow bin. Okay? Alright, so now I'm just going to do my hand wash. And I'm going to go speak to my patient for a second. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Ends everything now. I'm just going to go and do other things. If you need me, just buzz me, no problems. But do you have any final questions?
No, I don't.
No
Thank
worries.
you.
I'm going to come in 15 minutes and check up on you anyway.
Thank
Alright,
you.
thanks for that. Done.